Hi everyone, this is sort of an old tag, but I'm going to do it now. This tag comes in 4 parts. Part 1. Bookmarks. What are you currently using as a bookmark? Here's the thing, I don't usually use bookmarks because I'm all for bending pages and dog-earing pages of books, but right now I'm reading a lot of the library books and I definitely don't believe in dog-earing library books. So I'm using this, which is like a business card from a restaurant that my parents went to a couple months ago. My dad came home with a bunch of these and he gave one to me and he said, "I thought maybe you could use this as a bookmark," and I laughed at him. And now I'm using it as a bookmark. What's the best thing you've ever used as a bookmark? I did have a pretty cool bookmark when I was younger. I probably still have it somewhere, but I have no idea where it is. I think I got it at Barnes & Noble or convinced my dad to get it for me at Barnes & Noble. It was blue and embroidered. It was a cloth bookmark and it had butterflies on it and it was really pretty and I liked it for a long time. What's the weirdest thing you've ever used as a bookmark? I don't think I have an interesting answer to this question because nothing's coming to mind. Sometimes when people don't have a bookmark, they'll grab whatever around them and then that's the weirdest thing they've used as a bookmark, but when that happens to me, I just bend the page. So, Part 2. Marks in books. Do you ever annotate, highlight, or write in your books? Yes. Share something you found written in a library book or a book you didn't own. I have this copy of The Philosopher's Stone that my brother bought for me in a secondhand shop in London. My favorite thing about this book is you open it up and normally there's the Hogwarts crest here, but for some reason the previous owner decided to white that entire crest out. I don't really understand why. Part 3. Books by Mark. What books do you own written by someone named Mark? You know, I looked through all of my books like 5 minutes ago and I could only come up with 2. The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon, and The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, which shouldn't even really count, but I'm counting it. Part 4. Marks by Books. What book has made the biggest mark on your life, figuratively? What book has made the biggest mark on your life, literally? No, I was not hit in the head with this book, but I do have a story. The day this book came out, as you should remember, is July 21st, 2007. My birthday is on July 20th, so the whole midnight release party deal was on my birthday. I was turning 14. It was kind of the biggest deal of my life. All my friends got together for my birthday party. We just graduated 8th grade, but clearly the more important event of the evening was the Harry Potter book. So we went down to Oak Park, Illinois, which had this huge Harry Potter party. I think it was the biggest one in the country, and it was a huge deal. And then we went back to my house, and we had a sleepover. And we all decided that we weren't going to read the books as soon as we got them and got back to my house because we knew we would read at different paces, and we didn't want people spoiling things ahead of time, and we thought it would just be best if we went home, went to bed, woke up, went back to our respective homes, and then started reading the book. So that's what we did. The next morning, all my friends left, and as soon as they were all gone, I started reading Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows for the first time. Soon, I realized that one of my friends had left her cell phone at my house and her purse. So I called her house phone and she said she would come get it sometime that day, and I was like, okay, so I keep reading my book. I'm reading for a while, and then something tragic happens. I don't really remember which tragic thing in the book happened, but one of the tragic things in that book happened, and I didn't want to keep reading anymore. I needed to take a break. I had been reading for hours, so I decided, you know what, I'll just ride my bike and I'll take my friend's phone back to her house. So I get on my bike and I take her purse and I ride my bike to her house and I give it to her, and then I'm riding back home. And I'm doing that thing on your bike where you like swivel back and forth because it was fun. I ended up tilting too much and crashing face forward onto the cement road. I was bleeding all on my chin, all on my elbows, all on my knees, and all on the palms of my hands. My phone had fallen out of my pocket and broken, so I couldn't call my mom. I was still probably like 6 or 7 blocks from my house. My bike was sort of messed up. I didn't really pay that much attention, but I was in too much pain and too much bleeding to ride my bike home. I couldn't call my mom to come get me, and one of the teachers from my grade school saw me, and she lived right there, and she like brought me inside and like gave me a washcloth and then drove me back to my house, and that was really nice of her. And then I spent the rest of my time reading Deathly Hallows with like huge band-aids all over my face and body, and I had this huge scab on my chin for weeks afterwards, and it was a big mess. And you really can't tell right now, but my elbow here is still all scar tissue-y. You can't really tell the difference, but I can tell the difference. And that's really the only scar I have, and I love that this book gave it to me. This question was really supposed to be about tattoos, but I don't have any tattoos, mostly because I'm terrified of needles. I'm not opposed to the idea of tattoos, and if I were to get a tattoo, it certainly would be a literary one. It'd probably be a quote from something, Probably something Harry Potter related, maybe a wand with some sparks, I don't really know. And last but not least, which book or books have made the biggest impact on your generation in your opinion? As long as we're already talking about these books. So there you go, those are my answers to the Bookmarks tag. If you're interested in responding to these questions, go for it. Thanks for watching, see you next time.